everyone knows what the industry means to the West Coast and also the wider Tasmania.
Macquarie Harbour is the Maugean Skate's only home. Its population has declined by about half since 2014, and industrial salmon farming is considered the main culprit. Government reported that eliminating or significantly reducing salmon in the harbour was the quickest way to prevent the skate's extinction.
We know that the skate is at risk and salmon farming is placing them at risk and needs to end in Macquarie Harbour. But we support action also for the workers who are in that industry.
There have been scientific efforts to increase skate numbers, including a trial pumping highly concentrated bubbles of oxygen into the harbour and a captive breeding program, which celebrated the hatching of its first skate last week. Despite no decision on salmon licences having yet been made, the Tasmanian government is suspicious, including a trial pumping highly concentrated bubbles of oxygen into the harbour and a captive breeding program, which celebrated the hatching of its first skate last week.
A spokesperson for Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek says the government is carefully considering the information and scientific advice. They say people on all sides of the debate would agree the decision needs to be evidence-based and legally sound. Beck Pridham, ABC News.
A spokesperson for Environment
The 2016 floods in northern Tasmania were devastating, and for some, making insurance claims added to the trauma. A federal inquiry has been examining how insurers respond to extreme floods and has heard stories from the Tasmanian town that was worst hit.
On the bank of the Mersey River at Latrobe, Jeff Hazelwood's dairy farm had been through floods before. But 2016 was different. Jeff's home was flooded, farm machinery was destroyed, and he lost livestock, including 40 calves and 5 cows.
You know, I looked out and I could see the
On the bank of the Mersey River at Latrobe, Jeff Hazelwood's dairy farm had been through floods before. But 2016 was different.
Merseybank was
Jeff's
insured,
home was flooded,
or so Jeff
farm
thought.
machinery was destroyed, and he lost livestock, including 40 calves and 5 cows.
The Hazelwoods had been paying for farm insurance for 40 years when the flood hit in 2016. Insurance eventually covered repairs to houses on the farm,
was insured,
but only after Jeff produced a 20-year-old flood cover policy document, which the company claimed had not been active for a decade.
The Hazelwoods had been paying for farm insurance for 40 years when the flood hit in 2016.
And they couldn't find
Insurance eventually covered repairs to houses on the farm, but only after Jeff produced a year-old flood cover
After a
policy
fight,
document,
Jeff had a
which the
positive
company
outcome.
not been active
But
for
Felicity
a decade.
Mannering's florist in Latrobe was also flooded in 2016, and her claim has never been successful. She believes she had been paying appropriate insurance coverage for the 6 years she owned the business.
They offer a service, I pay for the
After
service,
a
I
fight,
don't get the service.
Jeff had a positive
Something is very
outcome.
wrong.
But
Felicity and Jeff
Mannering's
told their
florist
story
in
to a federal
Latrobe was
government
also
inquiry
flooded in
into flood
2016,
insurance when it came to
and
Northern
her claim
Tasmania
has
in
never
July.
been successful.
They want to ensure policyholders are better informed about
Insurance
flood cover
coverage for
and
the
for
6
insurance
years she
companies
owned
to
the
simplify
business.
their
They
language.
offer a service,
The
I pay
Insurance
for the
Council of
don't get
Australia
the
says the
service.
industry pays
Something
out
is very wrong.
96% of claims.
Felicity and Jeff told
But
their stories
CEO
to a
Andrew
federal
Hall
government
says it is engaging with the
when it
inquiry,
came to Northern
and there is room
Tasmania
for
in July.
improvement. The
They want to
inquiry
ensure
committee is due to
policyholders are
report its
better
findings
informed
in
about
October.
flood cover and for
Sandy
insurance
Powell,
companies to
ABC
simplify
News,
their language.
Devonport.
The Insurance Council of
The
Australia
family
says
has
the
been left
industry pays out
shaken after their
96%
caravan
of
was
claims.
stolen
But
while they were
CEO
sleeping
Andrew Hall
inside.
says it is engaging
It happened
with the
at a caravan
inquiry,
park in
and there is
Hughenden in
room for
northwest
improvement.
Queensland just
The
after
inquiry
9
committee
p.m.
is due
last
to report
Monday.
its findings
A
in
man,
October.
woman and 3
Sandy
children
Powell,
under 12
ABC
managed to
News,
escape
Devonport.
as the thief drove off.
The family
Witnesses
has
say
been
the
left
noise from the
shaken
theft
after
was
their
so loud
caravan
it
was
woke them.
stolen while they were sleeping inside.
that
It happened
the
at a
actual
caravan
jockey
park in
stood
Hughenden
down
in
just after 9 p.m. last Monday. A man, woman and 3 children under 12 managed to escape as the
number of electric cars registered in regional South Australia has grown from just 100 3 years ago to more than 2,000. More chargers are now being installed outside of the cities, and regional businesses say more tourists are stopping to charge up and give the boost in the process.
The number of electric cars registered in regional South Australia has grown from just 100 3 years ago to more than 2,000. More chargers are now being installed outside of the cities, and regional businesses say more tourists.
He deliberately chose a car that charges quickly, but even so, he's had to find ways to while away the time in towns he might not otherwise have visited.
He bought his electric car in January and recently used it to tow a caravan on a holiday around Western Victoria.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. There was no
somewhere for a coffee or a drink.
That extra stopping time is good news.
He deliberately chose a car that charges quickly, but even so, he's had to find ways to while away the time in towns he might not otherwise have visited.
But no one used it for the first year it was there.
Yeah, we had about 40 or 50 in 2021, so it's starting to pick up. People come down here, charge their car. They can walk in for 20 minutes and have a look around inside.
The RAA has almost completed its rollout of more than 500.
Scott. He first installed an electric vehicle charger outside his business in Road in 2019, but no one used it for the first year it was there.
Yeah, we had about 40 or 50 2021, so it's starting to pick up. People come down here, charge their car. They can walk in for 20 minutes and have a look around inside.
The RAA has almost completed its rollout of more than Australia using